This is the last GG Thoughts for the day, I promise. This GG Thoughts is about perception of people and perceptions of concepts. So I'll give an example. If a person is releasing information that is deemed to be truthful, but it's at a time where people are led to believe wrong things. The most famous example would probably be when everybody believed that the world was flat. But the people that said that the world were round, they didn't have the level of legitimacy that most people will consider enough to believe their thoughts and their points of view. But not everybody knows the world is round. So that's just a small example. I want to go into further detail. A lot of people would believe in, at some point, people believe that women were witches if they did something that the man that they were married to didn't consider to be perfect, and they would burn them at the stake. All you needed to do was accuse somebody of being a witch. And this is why I learned in Grave Me. One of the tests to see if somebody was a witch or not was you would tie blocks to their legs, put them in the river, and they would sink to the bottom. And if they died, then they weren't a witch. But if they came out, then they were a witch. And it's just an example of how perception of things or perceptions of certain groups of people can lead people to do things that are not healthy in fear and in confusion. So I think that perception is very, very important. And a society, any society needs to be very aware of what their perception is leading them to do. Because they may perceive something or a person or a group of people as negative, but they just may not have the correct amount of information about those people. And it leads them to believe things that are not true about those people or a situation or anything. So another example, if a person maybe is on the news or something like that, and they made an insightful and good description of a topic, but the news station put a bad picture of that person at the beginning, instantly some people may think this person is not a reputable person because the image that they saw, the imagery was negative, and it led them to believe negatively about the person that was speaking. Whereas if they had a positive image at the beginning, they would feel more positive about the person and they would be more likely to listen to that person's point of view. So I think that, like I said, it's the third time of me saying it, but perception is very important. And I think images can do a lot to influence somebody's perception. So I think everybody that's on the JG Thoughts wave, just be aware of your perception because it can influence you in negative, positive ways. But right now, I'm dealing with specific negative ways because in social media, I think it's generally accepted that a lot of people are being negatively influenced. So just be aware of your perception based on the pictures that you see. And even if you see a negative picture, give it a chance and say, let me actually assess this to see if it's true or not. JG Thoughts.